Back to North Dakota today. We are here live at the Hornbacher store in Osgood talking all about Cherries for Charity. Here with me this morning we have Jody Hudson from the Rape and Abuse Crisis Center and Julie Haugen with the YWCA. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So I first wanted to take a focus on what your organizations do on a day-to-day basis. So Julie, we'll start with you.
Thank you for having us. At YWCA, we provide a complete continuum of shelter and housing services for women and children. 86% of those we served last year were coming to the YWCA to escape violence. And so often women will come to us with nothing, just the clothes on their back. And we really help provide that stability and the supportive services they need to rebuild their lives. So we've been in the community since 1906, empowering women and children in that way, helping them break the cycles of violence and the barriers that led to their homelessness.
That is incredible, and I know a big thing with you guys is people confuse your organization. So can you tell me a little bit about your center and how it makes you guys different?
Sure. Rape and Abuse Crisis Center is the only crisis center in the Fargo-Moorhead area. We do not shelter, so we partner with the YWCA and other shelters, and basically people come to us and we hook them up with the services that they need. So, we're on the daily calling different places to find out if there's room available, et cetera, et cetera. So besides doing crisis work, we also do prevention education. We have some offender programming, and then we have a really wonderful prevention education program.
Yeah, so a lot of collaboration between the two entities for sure. So what do these proceeds go towards?
The proceeds from Cherries for Charity really helps that shelter piece at YWCA. So in our community, we do provide the largest shelter for women and children here and in North Dakota. And so on any given day, our beds are full. And so we need support from the community to be able to provide that shelter services. So beyond just the safe place to be, the bed, the warm or cool room, depending on the time of year. It's those supportive services that we provide on site for case management, an education and employment program, a nurse on site. So when people buy Cherries, 25 cents of every pound split between our organizations will help support that shelter and on-site supportive services at YWCA.
And only at 25 cents a pound, so you're going to want to come out here and grab multiple bags. But what do the proceeds benefit you guys?
Well, our services are all free. And so, we write grants and do fundraising to provide that. But we aren't, we can't say, we've reached our cap, right? We can't see you because we're a crisis center. And so when we get donations like this, it really helps us serve more people and helps with the bottom line. So it'll all go towards the work, which is super important.
Yeah, and Jody, I know we were kind of talking about some statistics in the area earlier this morning. Do you want to share some of those with me?
Sure. We are seeing a lot more violence in the community. The week of the 4th of July was a record that we hate to even say that we broke, but we saw 8 sexual assaults in 2 days. That's unheard of, 5 being in one day during the afternoon. So, when that kind of stuff happens, the police call us or wherever that victim presents at the emergency room, and then we send one of our advocates who will be shadowing that person, talking through the process, what's going to happen next, your rights, how you want to move forward. And so, we are busy, we're tapped. You can see it too, Julie.
Absolutely. On any given day, there's an average of 13 calls to Red River Dispatch for individuals seeking assistance in a domestic violence situation, which is really hard for people to wrap their heads around that happens in our community, but that's a local number, the 13 calls on any given day right here in Fargo-Moorhead for help, and our organizations are supporting those survivors.
Yeah, so an increasing need for your guys' organizations. And kind of my last question, but is there a reason you guys chose Cherries?
You know, our community's been doing this with the help of Hornbachers for over 40 years. And so it's just such a sweet way to help survivors this time of year. And especially on this Monday morning, you know, we all maybe didn't eat all the healthiest things over the weekend. And so you can start fresh again today with Cherries. And so it's just been a traditional thing for all of us. And it's just been a great way for the community to come out and show their support for people in need in our community.
I think it's fun too when we're standing here handing out cherries. You know, people are like, "Oh, we've been waiting," or, you know, "How are you? How are things going?" And so the community does really recognize this after 42 years of, you know, it's Cherries for Charity. I'm going to load up. You know, you hear stories of canning, of cherry cheesecake, of all the things. So it's something that our community has gotten behind, and we're so grateful.
Yeah, and they keep looking forward to this. I mean, look how many bags are behind us, and we also have these cute little desserts.
I know, they're adorable.
Who doesn't want these? Perfect for summer. Get them on all the barbecues. Well, thank you so much for joining me this morning, ladies. I really appreciate it. And how long will this be running for?
You have until tomorrow to come out to any of the Hornbachers locations to support YWCA Rape and Abuse Crisis Center at Cherries for Charity.
All right, you heard her, up until tomorrow, but you're going to want to stick around. More fun stuff to come on North Dakota Today.